Marcus Aurelius wrote that our life is like a candle in the wind. In this episode, we're going to discuss 7 things an intelligent man never says. I'm your coach, your daily reminder to get yourself together. As a kid, my father told me something that changed the way I see the world. He said, the more you talk, the more you give yourself away. Most people think that talking reveals your intelligence. In reality, it's what you don't say that reveals your inner world. That's where your strength lies. There's a quote from Seneca that goes, "We think we talk too much when we are young, but actually we only become aware of it when we grow old. And then it's too late." With age, you'll realize there's a power in what you don't say. We have all experienced the fool who talks too much, bragging and boasting without any real substance. And then there's the person whose few words hit you like a punch of whiskey. In the latter, every word is heavy with meaning. That's what you want to be. Not loud, but clear, firm, and strong. Most men lose respect not because of weakness, but because of what slips out of their mouth. There's a saying in Italian that goes, choose a bocca, choose a porta, closed mouth, closed deal. In other words, keep your mouth shut and you won't screw up. There's no growth if your mouth is wide open. This episode will show you the difference between being weak and being wise, because sometimes silence can make all the difference. If you stay with me till the end, I will share with you a gift from the gods, a source of infinite wisdom. Now, let's dive into it. 7 things an intelligent man never says. No. 1. That's just how I am. You might think it sounds cool, maybe even macho, but it's not. It reveals a lack of awareness. It shows emotional laziness. No one is born perfect. Everyone is a work in progress. Intelligent men adapt. They evolve. They don't hide behind personality labels. When you say, that's just how I am, you take away the chance for growth. You close the door on becoming a better version of yourself. There was a boxer named Mike Tyson. One time he was asked why he talked so much trash, trying to provoke his opponents before fights. Tyson replied, I don't do it because it's me. I do it because it works. Then the interviewer asked, so if you could stop doing it, would you? Tyson thought for a moment. Yeah, I guess I would, but I don't know if I can. That's the difference between a good man and a great one. A good man does what comes naturally. A great man acts even when he doesn't feel like it. If you want to be great, tell yourself, I'm a work in progress, but I move forward. Number 2, it's not fair. I've heard so many men complain about unfairness, but here's the harsh reality. Life doesn't owe you fairness. It offers truth. It's your duty to make sense of it. Don't misunderstand it. Marcus Aurelius didn't say the world is fair. He said the world is just. To the ignorant, everything looks unfair. When you compare yourself to others, when you look at what people have or haven't done, that's when feelings of injustice arise. But listen closely. What happens is raw material. How I shape it is up to me. Stop waiting for life to be fair. It won't be. So focus on your craft. Become the best version of yourself, and you'll find fairness in the struggle. A man once complained to Epictetus, saying his brother had betrayed him, taken his money and left him penniless. Epictetus remained silent for a while. Then he said, well, did he really take your money or did you give it to him? The man replied, no, he stole it. Epictetus responded, well, then go get it back. The man said, but he's gone. He's left town. Epictetus asked, are you saying he has your money and is still alive? Yes. Then set out and find him and take your money back. But how can I do that? He's so clever. He's already left the province. Then go after him, Epictetus said. Do whatever it takes to get your money back. The man argued, how can I? I don't have enough money for travel. I'm completely broke. And this went on. Finally, Epicurus couldn't hold back. He got angry and said, don't tell me about your problems. Go and fix them. That's what a Stoic does. They don't complain about what's unfair. They fix it. So remember, it's not about what happens to you. It's about what you do next. No. 3. I deserve better. You might think this phrase is harmless, but it's full of holes. Saying, I deserve better, is like saying you should do more for me. And who says you deserve it? You don't deserve anything. If you want better, you must build it. You either level up or you walk away. Listen to that again. If you want better, you must build it. You either level up or you walk away. Never ask for what you want. Go and grab it. And if you can't, leave it behind. True respect is never begged for. It's mirrored back. Your actions speak louder than any complaint. So instead of saying, I deserve better, say, how can I improve? That's a question that moves you forward. No. 4. She made me feel. The truth is, no one has the power to make you feel anything. You choose your reaction. Giving someone else control over your emotions is weakness. It's like saying, I'm handing over my emotional keys to another person. Never do this. Let me repeat that. No one has the power to make you feel anything. You choose your reaction. That's why Stoics ask themselves, who am I? In this situation, what should I do? Because the answers lie within you. You are the master of your emotions. Others only reveal them. No. 5. I'll try. Trying is a soft promise. Doing is a hard standard. Life demands results, not intentions. You're not trying to change the world. You're changing it. You're not trying to become disciplined. You are disciplined. Trying is a way to escape responsibility. It's easier to say you tried than to commit and follow through. You see, when you say I'll try, you're opening a door for failure. It's like putting your effort into a box with a question mark. But doing puts your effort into a box with your name on it. It's a commitment. Every great man, every titan, every legendary man of action, they didn't say I'll try. They stepped up and said, I will. The Roman poet Ovid wrote, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So what? Will you begin today? Will it be the end of procrastination, of excuses, of empty promises? Or will it be the beginning of action, commitment, and results? Choose wisely, because the beginning of one thing is always the end of another. And now we come to the most important part of this episode, the secret gift from the gods. Here's the truth. We're all shaped by the words we hear. That's why this platform exists, to bring you powerful episodes like this one. But there's something missing. See, I'm not just here to talk. I'm here to listen and learn with you. Here's the gift. Every week I read your comments, your messages, and I want to hear from you. What are you struggling with? What are you trying to improve? Leave a comment below and let me know. Who knows? Your comment might become the topic of a future episode. You might be thinking, why would he do that? Because that's what legends do. They lift others up. They inspire more than they consume. This channel is here to be a torch in the darkness. Remember, it's not about what happens to you. It's about what you do next. Keep pushing. Keep growing. I'll see you next time. There are some things an intelligent man should never say. He keeps these 7 statements out of his vocabulary because he knows the power of words. It's not just about what we say, but also what we don't say, our tone, our delivery, and the silence in between. These elements shape our image, our influence, and most importantly, our own sense of self. Let's look at 7 things an intelligent man never says. And remember, brothers, this video is not about arrogance. We will make another one about 7 things a stupid man never says. This is about recognizing the value of restraint and understanding that sometimes less is more. So let's dive into it. At no 1, we have a phrase that comes from our ego. I already know that. When we encounter new information or ideas, our natural instinct might be to protect our ego by pretending we already know it all. But brothers, this attitude is a silent killer of growth. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, he who has conquered himself is a master of all. True mastery lies in recognizing how much we don't know rather than clinging to what we think we do. Staying open to learning, even in areas where we feel knowledgeable, is essential for personal development. We all have blind spots. We all have biases. And what we believe to be true may be incomplete or even wrong. By staying humble and receptive, we allow ourselves to expand our understanding and become better versions of ourselves. This principle applies not just to academics or professional skills, but also to life experiences and personal growth. Imagine if every time someone shared something you'd never heard before, you responded with, I already know that. You wouldn't learn anything new, you wouldn't grow, and the people around you would lose respect for you. Because no one likes being lectured by someone stuck in their ways. Life is full of depths we have yet to uncover. As Marcus Aurelius said, you could stop living right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Each situation, person, and moment holds new depths waiting for us to explore. The intelligent man doesn't limit himself by saying, I've seen it all, or I already know that. Instead, he asks, what more can I see here? By embracing this mindset, we open ourselves up to a world of endless possibilities for growth, learning, and self-improvement. Now, this is not to say that we should question everything or everyone. Discernment is still needed, but we should maintain a certain childlike curiosity, always asking questions, always seeking to understand. In doing so, we become better listeners, more empathetic, and ultimately wiser. This brings us to the second thing an intelligent man never says, and that is, "I'm not good enough." This statement is often used as a shield against criticism or a way to escape expectations. But it's not humility, it's self-sabotage. Admitting our shortcomings can sometimes be a way of avoiding responsibility or a misguided attempt at humility. However, these phrases can send a message of defeat and disengagement. They are the language of those who refuse to try, who lack discipline and choose to remain stuck. An intelligent man does not use these phrases to excuse himself from challenges. Instead, he faces them head. He doubts, yes, but he never declares defeat. He analyzes, strategizes, and adapts. If something is lacking, he builds it, trains for it, sharpens himself. He finds a solution. He embodies the spirit of resilience and adaptability. One of the signs of intelligence is the ability to acknowledge our weaknesses without letting them define us. It's in these moments of perceived inadequacy that growth occurs. It's like the pressure in a diamond that forms incredible strength. So brothers, embrace the challenge. Don't say, "I'm not good enough." Instead, say, "How can I improve? What more do I need to learn?" Make it your mantra whenever you face a challenge. Now, we must discuss one of the most powerful Stoic principles which can change your life. It's called restraint equals power. It means that controlling our impulses and desires gives us power over our emotions, our actions, and ultimately our lives. But before we delve deeper into this principle, there's another important point to remember. Sometimes the most intelligent thing we can do is to shut up. Not every situation requires us to speak. Not every question needs an answer. And in many cases, the best response is no response at all. It's not about being stubborn or refusing to engage. It's about valuing our energy and understanding that our attention is a precious resource. When we choose to respond instead of react, we demonstrate patience and maturity. We choose to engage with the world on our own terms. In fact, the Stoics had a rule: never say anything that would diminish your power. We should consider carefully what we say, how we say it, and when to remain silent. Our words should have weight, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. This is the essence of the Stoic idea, that restraint equals power. By controlling our speech, we control our emotions, thoughts, and actions. This principle is a cornerstone of Stoicism and has the potential to transform your life. It's simple, yet profound, and it challenges us to take control of our impulses and desires, which are the driving forces behind our actions. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "He who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers 1,000 men in battle." This teaches us that overcoming our internal struggles is far more significant than any external victory. The intelligent man understands this deeply. He knows that his greatest opponent is not the world, but his own mind. It's not about suppressing our emotions or desires, but about choosing which ones to follow and when. When we practice restraint, we gain power over our lives. We become masters of our own destiny. But this principle extends beyond ourselves. It also shapes how we interact with others. By controlling our reactions and responses, we cultivate inner peace and clarity. We become less reactive and more intentional in our actions. It's like having a superpower that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and dignity. Now, let's talk about the art of knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. There's a quote that says, "A fool speaks to be heard. A wise man waits to be needed." This is a beautiful illustration of the power of silence. Many people talk too much. They fill the airwaves with noise, but it's empty noise. It's not meaningful. It doesn't add value. On the other hand, when a wise man speaks, people listen. They pay attention because they know that what he says is worth hearing. Why? Because the wise man doesn't speak just for the sake of speaking. He speaks because he has something valuable to contribute. He chooses his words carefully and makes sure that every word counts. That's the difference between a fool and a wise man. And it's a difference that can be seen in everything we do, not just in our words. Think about it. How many times have you been in a meeting or class where someone just kept talking and talking, but nothing they said was interesting or useful? On the other hand, how many times have you been impressed by someone who spoke less, but made a bigger impact? That's the power of silence. It gives us the chance to think before we speak. It allows us to listen more and talk less, and it lets us be more present in the moment. When we practice this kind of silence, we become more focused, more attentive, and more thoughtful in our interactions. We show people that we value our time and the time of those around us, and we create space for deeper, more meaningful conversations. It's not easy to be silent in a world where so many people are talking all the time, but it's a skill worth developing. When we learn to be silent, we can listen more, learn more, and connect with others more deeply. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of we post everything online, even our most private thoughts and feelings. But the intelligent man understands the importance of keeping some things to himself. By sharing too much, we give away our power. We open ourselves up to unnecessary criticism or worse, manipulation. We can also come across as insecure or attention-seeking. On the other hand, when we hold back, when we keep some things to ourselves, we maintain our dignity. We project an aura of mystery that makes people curious about us. We become more interesting, not less. When you decide to stay silent, it communicates that you're thoughtful, self-aware, and confident. It shows that you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself. As the old saying goes, it's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. This doesn't mean that we should be dishonest or deceptive. It simply means that we should be strategic in what we choose to reveal about ourselves. When we do share, we should do so intentionally, choosing our words carefully to convey our message with precision. In our personal relationships, it's crucial to guard our privacy and emotional boundaries. The intelligent man never shares intimate details about his partner or family. He respects their privacy and maintains a sense of mystery in his relationships. Not every secret needs to be revealed. Some things are best left unspoken to preserve the sanctity of the bond he shares with his loved ones. Being guarded in this way isn't a sign of mistrust or coldness. It's a sign of deep respect and care. In conclusion, brothers, let me leave you with these words. Silence sharpens the wise. Let this be your reminder that sometimes the most intelligent thing we can do is to shut up. Cultivate the habit of thinking before you speak. Value your silence, for it's in the quiet moments that wisdom grows. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more content that'll help you become a better, stronger, more resilient man. Remember, the most intelligent man is not the one who says the most, but the one who says the right things at the right time. And if you want to continue sharpening your mind and becoming the best version of yourself, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.